We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Bellisio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at BellicioFoods.com/careers today. That's BellicioFoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellisio Foods.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here to start off your morning with some great friends from Vinton County. And we have our Vinton County High School football coach and some, new seniors. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you for having us. It's great to be here.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you guys here. And I know this is your second year, but I don't think you've been here yet. So welcome.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love the setup.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fun, and we hope to see a lot more of you guys. So tell us who you are so we know.
I'm Coach Carper. I'm head football coach at Vinton County. This is my second year here, so it's great. And I brought a couple seniors with me, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay.
My name's Dawson Brown.
My name is Byron Brisker.
Okay. All right. And welcome to the show. And Coach Carper, how in the heck did you end up? Did I hear you're from West Virginia?
Yeah. So I'm originally from Virginia. I went to Marshall University, played football there, and
Great.
met my wife there, and she's actually from Vinton County. So
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of a little tie there.
Yeah,
huh?
that's a little tie, and got a phone call from Coach Combs asking me, about taking a head football coach job, and I thought about it, and that's kind of how I ended up here. So,
Well, we're happy to have you here, and in your second year, it's I'm sure it's hard to come in to a new community and also take over a program that's been a coach been there for a while, so it's hard to come in. So guys, what are you looking forward to like this coming year?
We're looking forward to the TVC champion this year, and we lost in the Nelsonville game last year. And so now we got that chip on our shoulder.
I'll bet.
And it's going to be a pretty good ride this year. Ride or die.
I love it. Hey, they got the spirit. Y'all better look out. So what about you?
I'm excited just to play football.
Yeah.
I just love the sport and excited for week 1.
So have you guys been playing all your lives?
Yeah, I've been playing since like 6 years old.
Really?
Started in Little Vikes. I know.
Little Vikes. That's so cute.
I know all my friends that were the grade ahead of me. They started to play Little Vikes like tackle football, and I was mad because I wasn't allowed to play. So I had to play flag football for a year, and I did not like
this
that.
This is stupid.
Yeah, because I want to play tackle football.
What about you?
I've been playing since I was probably 5 or 6 at Upward for about 3 years. And then my dad, I never got into tackle football. And then my brother played tackle football in Little Vikes. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. And so I joined their team late, so I had to be water boy for that season. And then next year I came out and I was tight end for them. And I didn't play 6th grade year. I played all the way through middle school until now.
Not awesome. So y'all have a little bit of experience.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love that. Our kids from Vinton County are just so much fun. We've really enjoyed having. We had the theater kids, we've had the basketball kids, we've had all of that. You all are just seems like you're such a tight knit community up there, and just love it. And everybody, I thought it was really cool when the theater kids came. They were just talking about acceptance and with theater especially different genres of kids getting together and hanging out and stuff. And I thought that was so cool, and I'm sure you see that in football too.
Yeah. We have a lot of a mix of kids, and it's awesome. And actually, speaking of theater,
to become a team.
Yeah. It's like you just blend together.
Yeah.
So
love that.
I think Ashton Allman, he was in theater. He played the Beast.
Yeah. Yes.
Did a phenomenal job.
Yes.
I didn't even know a football player could sing like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool, So we just have a mix of kids, and that's what makes football unique. You have so many different personalities, so many different, kids coming together to, for one cause, and that's to win games and, have fun. So.
Heck yeah. And you have a good singer in the locker room, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's after wins in the locker room, it gets pretty crazy in there, right?
Yeah.
How they're like dancing around all the
Yeah.
time. And,
We won't tell all your secrets. So football now, like, even like a few years ago when I was in high school, I just don't feel like sports. I mean, I know that it was kind of a year-round thing, but like I feel like sports now are just kind of like 100% a year-round thing. No matter what sport you're playing, you're always conditioning or whatever. So what are some of the, things that you guys are doing right now to get ready for the season next year?
Yeah. So, our off-season program, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It is a lot. I mean, we started in January, and I was just telling the boys yesterday that, we start in January, and, it really doesn't end until next January. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just year round.
It becomes year round.
Yeah. It's some things that you have to do because so many other programs are doing the same things, and in order to be competitive, in order to keep up, you have to work out. You have to train your body, and it just keeps you healthy, it reduces injuries and, and it just makes you a better, overall athlete, so, but, we give the kids off a couple weeks here and there, it's not like we're going full tilt every day, all day, so.
Well, that's not sustainable.
Right, exactly.
I give them a break occasionally.
Yeah.
And you a break, right? And the staff.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So you guys want to talk about it? About what you guys think about the off-season program?
Yeah.
I haven't attended much. I've had a lot of baseball going on.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like the sports have to work together, right? Because if you're playing one sport, you're obviously not be able to condition for the other sport.
Yeah.
So everybody working together. Yeah. That's cool.
Byron's just all smiles right now.
Left him speechless.
What did I say I was going to do if you didn't talk?
Slap me around.
That's right. So therefore, it'd be best if you opened your mouth.
I think this offseason is pretty good. Coach Carper's working us hard. We got to learn a whole new playbook and all that. And I think the team's committed to it.
Yeah.
And they've been working their butts off since January, like you said. And I played baseball too, so I haven't been there much. But I've been at Temple Fitness a lot, doing all that, AP prep.
Right.
And so I think this year's going to be really good.
I think you're right. So how in the heck I'm sure, okay, from the time when you guys were 6 or 7 playing football up until now, I'm sure that the game has changed so much. And you even playing college football versus now, how's the game changed? Does it get faster? Does it get harder? Like how do you keep up with the times?
The game definitely gets faster, and it's something you have to adjust to. But after your first year, you kind of settle in, and it just goes back to the basics, just fundamentals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to learn those fundamentals first, and then you can get creative.
Yeah. The game's changed, in the past. I mean, I graduated from Marshall in 2012, and, even from then to now, it's almost a complete different game, so.
Really?
It's just, it's faster, I think it's more built for offenses to score, so defensively it's way harder to prepare. But, it's just, those things that, just happens, safety of the game, right now big talk is about concussions and about things like that. So the safety of the game, some of the rules have changed, like how you can tackle, how you can, block and things like that. That has changed a lot in the past 10 years. So, going forward, I think that those changes are needed to keep the game safe and to keep the kids healthy, so, but I mean, it's still a game of football. Like you said, it just comes down to fundamentals and, just going out there and having fun, and that's what we're trying to do here at Vinton County is just, have fun and create a culture of winning and just being together. So
love that. Yeah. I heard one of you guys had a concussion. I was listening on the radio. Which one of you was that?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that anymore.
Yeah, try not to. They're not enjoyable.
No, I had one. Yeah, it puts you in la la land for sure.
It does.
It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
It's very strange feeling.
Yeah,
Very
yes.
surreal. So yeah, don't do that anymore. No, so you guys have something really, really cool. They're really here to talk about something, really cool this weekend. So let's get to that. And it's a great fundraiser for the program because equipment isn't free and all the stuff feeding these boys isn't free. I can tell you that. So all the things that y'all need to have a great season, obviously takes some money. So
Yes.
we need to get out and support these kids this weekend.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we're having our first annual Summerfest. I think JJ Hale said we need to name it the Viking Fest, which is actually a pretty cool name. So
I mean, only if you guys sell giant turkey legs that people can gnaw on, because that sounds like really
sounds amazing. Yes. Well, we're not going to have turkey legs, but we will have a hog roast and we'll have concessions too.
Close enough.
So yeah, so it'll be fun. So we have a couple of events going. We have a cornhole tournament, Viking Cornhole. Brad Rose and those guys, they do a great job with the Cornhole Association in Vinton County. They're going to put on a tournament.
Oh, cool.
We'll have our car show. We have 5 classes in the car show. We also have our Chinese auction. So a Chinese auction, it should be that should be a really big event for us here. And then we have a couple bands playing as well too. So we'll have Red Planet, Chip Alban, Jesse Reynolds, and then Chris Bethel. Those guys will be coming in for some live entertainment, and it's just gonna be a fun day. We'll have inflatables for the kids. So bring your kids out and a dunk tank. The coaches will be putting the dunk tank.
Wait. Are you guys gonna spend your entire life savings dunking the coaches?
Oh, yeah.
I figured.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Everybody's like, I want to dunk, coach. I want to dunk. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to get in it, but they'll have to probably drag.
You better
drag
get in it. If not, we're gonna shame you into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be a fun event, and it's just to get the community together and, like
Love
you said,
that.
to support, the program. We can't do everything without having money. We can't run a successful program without fundraising, and this is just an event, for us to, produce some funds, for shoulder pads, for our weight room. We're trying to reorganize our weight room, and get some new equipment. So, this is a way to do that, and a fun way to do that without just going to businesses, opening up and saying, hey, can you give us your money? So,
Well, that's the easiest thing to do.
Right.
But you need to do what's right, not what's easy, right? So
Exactly.
you need to work for it, and I think people respect that a lot more when you're out working.
Yes, ma'am.
and
Yep.
you guys are, we need help, but here's what we're going to do for
Right,
you.
right.
Yeah. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a day of fun.
Yeah.
Who
That's
doesn't
what
want to
it's
do
about.
that?
Yes. So I think that this event will take off, and hopefully, we can continue to do this,
Love that.
year round or year on end. So,
Heck yeah.
I think it'll be a great day.
Yeah, and that's this coming Saturday
Yep.
at the Vinton County Fairgrounds.
Yep.
Everybody welcome.
Everybody's welcome, if you have a car you want to put in our car show, bring it, come out and join our cornhole tournaments. We have a Chinese auction. There's a lot of things that we have, the toys, we have gift cards, we have, just a bunch of items, that local businesses have donated and other people have donated for. So we have pretty much everything for everybody. So
Yeah, it'll be fun. So bring the kids, totally family
Yeah.
friendly. Did I hear inflatables or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
inflatables.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buckeye Bounce
Nice.
is going to be providing the inflatables, so it'll be a great day.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun at the fairgrounds. And how do people get more information about it? Is there a Facebook page or
Yes. Yes,
website?
so we have a Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, we're Vinton County Football. We also have an Instagram. We also have Twitter. So on Instagram
Nice.
and Twitter is Vinton County FB. Look us up, give us a follow, and just support.
Yeah, I mean that's the main thing. And these kids are working hard, and come out and support them and help them get that equipment and everything. Safety first, right?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we need to make sure you guys are protected and
Yes, ma'am.
but are having fun along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you'll be seniors this year.
Yeah.
What's the future hold for you?
I'm not too worried about the future right now because I'm just worried about this season.
Okay.
And probably like after school, I'll probably hopefully go to college and play at the next level.
Yeah.
That's my dream, and I'm going to try to succeed that dream.
All right.
And then my plan is to enter the workforce as an electrician at Claypool, Lancaster.
Very good. All right. So cool. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. At least you guys have some plans. I love that. Yeah. I still don't know what I'm going to do. So that's why they put me here. Keeps me contained.
Yeah.
They can lock the door. It's great. No, so welcome to the area. We're so happy to have you here. And even if your wife's from here, we're glad to have you here too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Will you guys come back and see us sometime this season or before the season starts? And we'd love to hear what your plans are and what's going on. So what is your rivalry game? Like, what's the one that you want to kick someone's butt? Is it the Nelsonville game? Wellston, Jackson, what?
I think Nelsonville. I think we owe them back this year.
Look out, Nelsonville. They are ready.
Yeah, they kind of have a chip on the shoulder. We, from the first day that, I got the job, I think they were wanting to win a TVC championship and at least compete. And we had that opportunity last year. I don't know how many times in the past they've had that opportunity to play for a championship. And we got upset by Nelsonville, and I think that they're ready. Nelsonville's a great team. They're coached well. They play hard, good kids, so, it's going to be a challenge again this year. But, I think that these guys, as long as they want it bad enough and they work hard enough for it, I think that we can achieve that. So
I think so. I think they're ready. I can see it. They're being a little quiet, and I can see their little devious minds working. So it is summer. What do y'all do fun for the summer besides working on football? There's got to be some fun stuff too.
I know June 24th. I think Coach Carper's taking us all to Kings Island.
Yeah. Oh God! Wow.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Yeah,
it should be fun. We had a great time last year. I took all the boys last year and got on a lot of roller coasters. I got really motion sick.
I was gonna say. So last time I went to Kings Island, we were running late and we went with a group of people, and so I sprung for that fast pass thing because we were running super late, and I was like, I want to make sure I can get on all the rides. So we just went from roller coaster, and by about the 10th roller coaster, I thought I was gonna die, and I was like, never again.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you should have to stand in line for a while.
I agree.
Ooh, yeah. Anything that spins around makes me so sick now. What is it? I don't know. I feel like when I get old, when you get old, weird things happen to your body. And roller coasters are one of them.
Yeah.
But it is so much fun, though. Yeah,
it is. It is fun, and that's kind of one of the things too about our program is it's not just about football. We're going to have fun. We're going to do things the right way. It's a family. It's life. And over summer, like I said, we'll have fun. So have cookouts and things like that. And that's why fundraising is so important. You know what I mean? Because it's more. I don't want it to just be strictly football. I want it to be
and work.
Exactly. And we need, funds to do that. But
right. Well, that's team building stuff too.
Team building,
you have to go out and do some fun stuff to do teamwork too. Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
That's how you do it.
Hey, Coach, audience can't hear me because I don't have a mic, but you want to talk about going to the schools and reading to the kids?
Oh, yeah. So I saw you guys did that. So James was asking about going to the schools and reading to the kids. And I'll bet those kids were just thinking you guys are just gods.
Yeah.
I think that's so amazing.
Yeah, they lit up when they seen the boys come in. And, and this was important because they need to see their role models and who these kids are, who our players are, and see them in a form of in an educational sense, as well, because they were once in those seats, Do you
remember that? You remember looking up to the high school kids?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that was fun for the kids. It was great. Yeah, and you look up at some of the pictures, those guys, they were so excited, and
love it.
But yeah, it was amazing, and I look forward to doing that. I look forward to doing a lot of things with our elementary and our feeder programs. I think what we're going to do, a couple events that I have in mind that I would like to do is a T-shirt drawing contest. So I think at the beginning of the year we're going to have a T-shirt. Have the kids participate in a drawing, and then whoever wins, they get their picture on a T-shirt.
Love that.
Another thing we'll do with Central Elementary is they don't know this yet, but they're
Surprise.
they're gonna dress up as characters for Christmas, and we're gonna do some things like that around the holidays, and
That's
so
awesome.
just so the kids can feel like they're a part, and then and it's just something that is important and is needed to be done. So.
Well, it's just giving back to the community that gave back to you,
Yes,
and those little kids are the future of the community, whether it be drama or basketball or football or baseball or whatever the heck it is, they're the future, and you got to encourage them.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Yes.
and be those good role models. You
That's
guys
right.
be good boys, or I will do what?
Slap us.
Yes. God, they listen so
They
well.
They do.
So impressed. All right, one more time. Let's go over what's going on this coming Saturday, just so everybody knows they can come out and participate and support you guys.
Yeah. So this Saturday we're having our first annual Summerfest. So come out. We'll have a pig roast. We'll have Chinese auction, cornhole, inflatables, car show, and some games and concessions, and then live music. We have a star-studded lineup. With Chris Bethel and Chip Allman and Red Planet and Jesse Reynolds. Those guys are great. So come out.
Yeah.
Camping is welcome. So bring your campers. And let's just have a great day. Let's have a fun time and make this thing enjoyable for everybody. So
That's right. It's win-win. You can come out, you can have fun, you can listen to some great music, eat, do all that fun stuff, but you're supporting the kids along the way. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
win-win for everybody.
Yes, it is.
Love that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and you made it without me slapping you silly. So this is good. This is how I get them to talk. They'll never come back. I don't want to go see that lady that's going to smack me. I really wouldn't have. You're all too sweet for that. But yeah, come back and see us anytime.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and welcome to the area.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course. All right. Let's go over our weather forecast. Speaking of what's going on this weekend, of course, you know how the weather goes. It changes 75 times between now and then. But today, looking a little bit warmer and not too bad, though, with some partly cloudy skies, highs around 83 degrees, lows around 59 degrees overnight tonight. Tomorrow on Thursday, partly cloudy with highs of 76 and lows of 55. And then that Friday forecast, a little bit of rain creeping back in for the weekend. Of course, it's going to creep back in for the weekend, but it doesn't look too bad. Friday, 40% chance of rain, highs of 77. Saturday, that 60% chance of rain, but it's not going to rain on their parade, so I promise you. Highs of 76. And then Sunday, a little bit warmer, and it is about a 10% chance of some showers or thunderstorms, so that's okay. Looks probably like it's going to be scattered throughout the area, so there you go. And well,
Good morning.
look, oh God, what the cat drug in.
Meow. Meow.
Marc Carman is in the
Don't let
house.
Wellston City Council know you dragging a cat in.
Yeah, I know, right? We're not, sorry, I didn't mean to mention cats. It's a very hot subject
sorry.
around these parts. Yes.
No Kit Kat.
Yeah, there you go. Dogs easier to deal with. No, welcome to the program. And so I was talking to our good buddy Mark yesterday, and I just wanted to bring you in because I know you have some other stuff to talk about, but
We got all kinds of good things to talk about.
we do. But I want to just sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, congratulate you on 50 years in the car business.
Unbelievable,
And
isn't it?
I don't know how you do it when you're 39.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's kind of crazy. Really, I was telling Pete out there, I was talking to Pete, I said, really didn't dawn on me about a month or two ago. Somebody said, how long you been in the business? I said, well, I never really thought about it, but hell, I graduated in 72 and we had our class reunion. I said, 50 years because I started selling cars
Right.
right out of after I graduated from high school. So I started like probably June, somewhere in that ballpark area. And so here I am. Been in it 50 years.
50 years.
50 years. I had a
Isn't
couple,
it funny you didn't even know?
Yeah, I just
Like, you're like,
so
oh,
I've
wait a
been a
minute.
long time ago. I just never really thought about it until that guy we were talking about being in business and how long we've been. Now I've been selling cars for 50 years. I've had my business for 26 years.
That's right.
So it's kind of amazing. So 50-50 on it. So
Well, with a name like Carman, I think that there was no other, destination for
Destiny to
you
go.
to end up than there.
it's amazing how many people said when I tell them my last name, they say, "What do you do?" I sell cars, and they go, "Oh, you got the perfect name for
Yeah,
that."
I mean, like it's
Seriously.
just like hilarious.
It's just kind of crazy how it's come to dawn. But hey, we've had a really good run. We're still going
Yep.
strong, and hopefully the next generation will take over Chris and somewhere down the road. So,
That's right. And you have a lot of future plans coming up, and we don't have to,
yeah, there's a lot of things
we're
going
going to tell
on here
all
in the
his
future.
all his secrets right now.
Yeah,
But
it's all in the works.
yes, a lot of fun
It's
stuff
all
in the works. So someone asked me the other day, and I don't know why my brain went. Your dad's name,
Bob Carman.
Bob.
Bob
Okay,
Carman.
someone was asking me. We were talking about, as you well know, we
Right.
are hoping.
Yeah.
I think we're going to purchase the commissioner's building.
Yeah.
For the brewery, but. Strangely enough, coming full circle, you and I were talking about the fact that there was a car dealership
That's
in
right.
that building, and your dad was the proprietor
Well,
of
it was
of
fun.
that.
My dad bought the dealership, Bob Carman, Pontiac and Buick, and it started, if I remember right, late 1969.
A few years before me.
Right. And the funny part, when we were on our way we sold our house in Indianapolis, my dad was bringing us over.
So you originally grew up in Indianapolis?
Yes.
Okay.
And
how did you end up here?
my dad bought the dealership.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He bought the dealership from Glenn Runyon back in late 69.
Well, how in the world did you end up from Indianapolis to buying a dealership in Jackson, Ohio?
Back in the time when my dad worked for a Pontiac dealership, if you worked for him, when they were looking for car dealerships, if you worked for that dealer can kind of control where you could buy a dealership at, a new car dealership. They didn't want you to buy something really close by
To compete.
So
Yeah, okay.
he was looking for a smaller dealership, and he found the one in Jackson. He liked it, liked the town, and so lo and behold, he buys it. And I remember coming over in '69. Ohio State was playing Indiana in the Rose. I think it was Indiana was in the Rose Bowl. They won that year, if I remember right. And that was when the bridge collapsed in Gallipolis.
Oh no!
Yeah. So it was kind of a
crazy year.
It was kind of a crazy year. Then, of course, I moved in. My dad couldn't find a house in Jackson. We lived in Wellston for about a year and a half, and then we moved in Jackson in my junior year. So I spent my junior and senior year in Jackson. So
my mom, I have to tell you, my mom was telling me stories about you the other day, and she said
they're not true.
They were very nice stories. She said that Marc Carman was about the cutest kid out there, and he was moving cars and working. And she said he was just the most adorable young man. And I said, well, he's still adorable. But.
Well, you know what's really funny is the Archinettes parking lot.
Yes,
my dad's used car lot.
So and we've all come full circle, Carman.
Yeah, and the other thing, the new car dealership was in the building, the commissioner's building.
Yes.
So the wash bay was in the back part. So between me washing cars and taking them over the used car lot back and forth, I mean, I ran up and down that back alley, I don't know how many times. And,
a few.
Oh my God, I tell you, for 2 years from high school, and I finally told Dad, I said, I'm done on washing cars. I got to do something else. So that's when he said, okay. He didn't think I could do selling cars, but here I am. So all good.
Well, you showed him, didn't you?
Yeah. So all's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but now you're hopefully getting that building. There's a lot of good memories in that building. I mean, the service department, the offices and showroom and the parts department there in the back. And that's really a pretty decent sized building, I think, once you get it all cleaned out.
Yeah, it's a big one, and a lot of future plans going into it. We can get it going, but yeah, and I appreciate your advice and your.
I tell you nothing.
He was telling me, like how it was laid out and stuff, which helped me out a little bit.
I tell you what's really cool about that place, and this would be great for you. Apple Festival time.
Yeah.
Now, they had a light. Dad put a light up on the pole across the street.
Uh-huh.
So this is something you might consider doing in your future. If you end up getting over everything worked out, you could put a big light there, have the Apple Festival get together. You can watch all the parade right there.
That's right. You're not kidding.
It's just a perfect situation.
It is.
I watched many of Apple festivals at that parade. And when Dad brightened up that street right there so we could see all the cars coming, or all the parades and all that stuff.
That makes total sense.
Perfect. I mean, just buy a big light out there, a couple big lights.
Love that.
Brighten up the block.
Brighten up the block.
Yeah. And whatever you're going to do with it, letters and big names up front.
That's right.
My grandfather worked at the Pontiac garage back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he worked on carburetors.
Oh.
That's so cool.
That's nice. That's pretty cool. We haven't had carburetors. God, I don't know how many years. It's been unbelievable. Now it's all fuel injected and.
Yeah, he's still got a bunch of the old like instruction manuals.
Oh, really?
In the house. Yeah, I mean he's gone now, but yeah, all these old books that.
I would have to think those would be worth something.
Well, it's funny you say that because not too long ago when they had calls selling all their stuff out there, they had a bunch of books, and those books are really kind of important because a lot of those things you can't find on the internet. So those books are kind of important because if you got a car a certain year, you got the book. It kind of gives you all the click of what to do and all that neat stuff. So it's still important, all those old books.
Yeah, they are.
We already sold these, but he used to have the little dealer models of the cars, little plastic models.
Yeah.
They didn't have the car on display, but they'd have little models.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, so he had
so
cool. Boxes of those little models, but we sold those online.
Oh.
Got a few bucks for those.
You know, when I was growing up, my dad would bring home he worked at the Pontiac dealership. They'd have pictures of Indians. And, they were so cool. And Dad would bring those home. I think, man, if I still had those today.
Oh, yeah.
They were, maps of where the Indian reservations were at. And, of course, my dad had the big chief Indian right there in the showroom. And I think he ended up selling it to Greg Fields. And I think she ended up selling it to somebody else. But what a cool thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and then Pontiac doesn't exist anymore, right?
No,
as
Pontiac
a brand?
No, Pontiac went out during the recession back. 2010 was the last year.
Okay.
GM did away with Pontiac, Oldsmobile, and Hummer and Saturn back in the day.
So Pontiac was the Trans Am, though.
That was a tough one. The Pontiac, was known as kind of
sad. Like no Smokey and the Bandit cars.
And actually, a lot of people don't realize, but Pontiac started out the GTO. That was one of the original first sports cars. And the Firebird Trans Am, which was big. It was sound big. I mean, it was sound like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And so it was a great car. I really hated to see it go. Buick, everybody said, why didn't Buick go? Well, Buick sold big in China and still does sell big in China. So that's how Buick outlasted Pontiac.
Gotcha.
And Chevy and Pontiac were so close.
Yeah.
For model years. I mean, as far as they had the Bonneville, they had the Impala. We had the Firebird, they had the Camaros.
Kind of one and the same.
They were kind of like around the same, just different styling, things like that. And I think also what really killed it back then, GM had this big idea of putting everybody under the same roof. It was called the year 2000. You could put Chevy, Pontiac, Buick, Olds, GMC, truck, and Chevy in one big roof.
Oh.
Well, that's really what was the downfall, I think, for GM on their cars because every new car dealer could not keep every car in stock.
No, that's not with all those brands.
Well, not with all those brands. You can only carry so many Pontiacs, so many Chevrolets.
Yeah.
And they tried to do it, and it just failed.
That's like splitting your own pie. You know what I mean? Like it's like competing with yourself.
Well, like when Dad was in business, they had Pontiac and Buick, and then they had Dallas Chevrolet. Mm-hmm. Then you had the Oldsmobile.
I remember.
Oldsmobile, Donnie Jones, Oldsmobile, and GMC pickup.
Yep.
So it was a good, nice split among them all. They had their own customers. I think if they would have kept that kind of brand going back in the day, and I think a lot of those cars would still exist.
Sure.
Now I know there was a lot of cars. Sometimes you get you get a Pontiac in it, have an Oldsmobile or a Chevy Emblem or something like that, because a lot of these cars were built on the same line, like Camaro and Firebird were built in Cincinnati and in Canada. So a lot of those cars built in the same line. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But times have changed now. It's just crazy. Now you just got Chevrolet, Buick, and And who else? Cadillac.
There you go.
So,
You know, you're not gonna like what I have to say about cars, but so even when I
Overpriced.
was like growing up, like when you become like 14, 15, you start, I mean, for me, and I know it's probably
Right.
ungirl like, but I started just like checking out cars. Like I
Oh yeah.
became obsessed with cars and like knowing what car was what, because I'm thinking someday, like soon,
It's going to be
I'm going to
me.
be able to drive one of these things,
Exactly.
and I want to learn about all of them and
Right.
and whatever. And it used to be that every car was very specific to its model and year and whatever. And now I just feel as if cars aren't as unique as they used to be. What do you think about
Well,
that?
you know, the cars
They
are
all
kind
look alike to me.
well, in some ways they do, because really cars are kind of fading away. If you think about, GM only makes a few cars. They make Malibu, and they and the little car, the Sonic, and the
Mm-hmm.
so they really don't make a lot of cars anymore. So they're making more SUVs because that's what everybody tends to want now.
Like James's car is really cute. What is it? It's a
Mine's a Cruise, and they stopped making it.
Yeah,
they
quit-
did, but it's
Yeah.
super cute.
Yeah, that's a nice car. The Cruise was
Like, I mean,
like
at
the
least it's
Cavalier
unique
one time.
looking.
Yeah, well,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
The Cruise was, so I have the hatchback version, but the sedan version was what was made in that Youngstown plant.
Yeah,
That was a big news story when it closed.
oh, I
4 or
gotcha.
5 years ago.
yeah. It's
But- And I know that, and to their, credit, I think that cars are, look a lot alike now because of safety.
oh
You
yeah,
know, this model, this body frame works and is the safest
exactly.
possible. So that's why they all kind of look alike
Well,
too. And
Technology has brought the cars back in 1970 or 72 when I started selling cars. Shooting 72, a car, they had, they didn't have radial tires. They had the back, I can't even say the word, but they had tires that just didn't last long. If you got 12,000 miles outside of tires.
Oh,
you were
really?
dead. Oh yeah, they were terrible.
oh gosh,
Back in the 73, they didn't have rust proofing. So a lot of cars actually start rusting when you got new cars in stock.
oh man,
And, you had to tune up your car every so often, 12,000 miles, points, and all that stuff. All that's gone now. I mean, you got radial tires that will last forever as long as you rotate them. Tune-ups, you don't even have to basically tune up your car for over 100,000 miles.
I was gonna say mine was over 100, and I
Yeah.
took it out to your place
Right.
because a light came on, and
It was time
they
to-
were like, it's just time
just-
for new plugs
you
and
just
stuff like
don't-
that.
Yeah, you just don't realize a car will go 100,000 miles before it needs to put new
I mean,
plugs
that's
and
just
stuff.
unheard
That's
of.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
unheard of. But today the cars are safer. You got airbags. You got, bumpers, 5-10 mile an hour bump. I mean, the cars are just so much safer. They'll go longer. I mean, when I first started buying cars, you could buy cars for under $5,000 and have a really nice car. Now you can't even buy a $5,000 car.
No.
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, you can, but you're not going to drive it anywhere.
You're not going to get much. But basically the standard price car today is more like $15,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, even
And-
for a used car.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I heard an ad on the other day on the TV. They were advertising payments at a new vehicle, and I think it was probably a lease payment, $569 a month.
Like that's a deal.
Like I thought, wow.
Like that's rent.
I thought, wow, $569. I thought, wow. But
Are
that-
you going to live in that car?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just how the prices of cars
No,
now.
it
I mean, it's like buying a house now. $40,000, $50,000, trucks $100,000, some SUVs $100,000. I mean, it's just
Right.
completely nuts.
It is.
And I look at cars today when I'm getting on when I'm looking what to try to buy today. I'm thinking this car's $20,000. I don't really want to spend $20,000. I want to buy something affordable for people.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to do anymore.
Well, and I don't know, and I've said this to you ever since I've known you, which has been a few years now.
Couple of years, yeah.
I just don't know how you know what to put on the lot, but you just have this like uncanny,
Well-
way of knowing what people want and
It's
what
all-
will sell. But
It's just all I.
is it like a feeling that you
it's
get?
just if I see a car, it's clean, it's low miles, and the good thing today, there's technology which I didn't have back when I first started. It's called Viato, which I'm in. I pay a monthly fee on that, and it tells you like A, B, C, D, E, F what these cars are rated as far as buying and selling.
So like they're ranked like in what kind of shape they're in.
Well, no, it's how popular, how many
Oh,
days.
how popular
Yes, for
they
instance,
are.
if I'm looking
I
at
see.
if I'm looking at Chevy Cruze, and if it's a good seller, it'll say like B. There's like so many cars within 100 miles with that. There's a 45-day supply. So it's a lot of analytics. And I've been doing this. My wife gripes at me all the time of doing this, but it's really a pretty cool deal. Plus, when I got back in the day, I didn't have a Carfax. I got Carfax on my phone. So I go up to a car now, I scan it, gives me a Carfax. It tells me how that car rate sells.
Isn't that crazy?
How many days supply, what the average dealer is asking for that car within 150 miles. So it's complete. But every car that we have is completely different from everybody else's because it's used. Our car might not have been smoked in. Their car might have been smoked in.
Sure.
We might have a clean Carfax. They might not have a clean Carfax. You go see it. Maybe their car is cleaner than mine. So it's a lot of used cars are completely different from what new cars are.
Absolutely.
So it's amazing.
Well, you do a fantastic job, and we appreciate it.
Well, we've been lucky. We've sold a lot of good cars, and we've had a lot of people come back and buy, and that's what we're all after. People come back and buy cars from us.
Listen, you're not in a business for 50 years, doing things wrong. So
must be a used car salesman.
Yeah, let's just be honest. Used car salesmen and lawyers get kind of there's probably more jokes about used car salesmen and lawyers than anything in the world.
People ask when I'm selling an old junker out there, what kind of warranty I get? 30 seconds or 30 feet, whichever comes first.
Whichever you get, whichever's the furthest.
And that's if we push it off.
I like the ones where I like the one time where JJ put clear glass. It was
There's no window.
Some car that you had on your lot. It was like it has clear glass and.
I tell you, we've had some good stories over the years
Oh,
about selling
Lordy.
cars. Like one day we sold a Harley Davidson, the Sportster, and the guy never really. He bought the bike and never really rode. And he pulled off the lot. He about hit our mailbox pulling off the lot. And we thought,
that's ridiculous.
God, I hope he gets home. And he pulled out. Whoa, he took a wide turn out and about wiped out our mailbox. And he got himself back on. And I thought, wow, scary.
Please, for the love of God, just let him get out of my sight so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Yes. Well, hey, let's talk about this. Speaking of tooting your horn, let's talk about this food pantry van that you helped them out with, and want to thank you for that as well, because that was a really good.
That's a very nice article.
Deal. So what happened with that? Our food pantry, you gave them an amazing deal.
Well,
there you are.
What's really crazy? I sold that van a few years ago, and people brought it back in, and that vans right now are kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Like that van there, I was telling her I was going to the auction and went to the auction after they bought that. And I said, those things, believe it or not, they're doing like $30,000.
You're kidding.
No, swear to God. I didn't buy any of them. And I said, vans right now, it's passenger vans or cargo vans are really high. And they're hard to find. Cargo vans are really hard to find with low miles.
Well, you can't because people drive them. That's the whole point.
They're
delivery vans.
They're delivery vans.
Yeah.
So the average cargo van's got 200,000 to 300,000 miles on it. Mm-hmm. And we did trade for that. And they were trying to keep the price as low as they could, and which we slashed pretty good for them and made them a deal because it will help support the community and all that good stuff.
Well, thank you for that.
But it's a really nice van. Hopefully it'll work out for them. It'll do everything they want it to do for them. So. It's got front and rear air, and she was telling me how much food they really haul, and they need something big. Yeah. And so happy to help, and I hope it works out great for them.
Well, thanks.
What type of van is that? I can't.
It's a Chevy 2500. It's a 10-passenger van, I think is what it was. Could be a 12, and so you can take the seats out, and you can still. And I think it had right at 100,000 miles on it.
There you go.
Brand new tires all the way around on the former owner had on it, and just a really nice van.
And the whole point is, I think the food pantry. A lot of people don't understand. They make a lot of runs for food.
Goodness,
obviously,
I did not realize that until I started talking to Nancy, and she really impressed me with what they were hauling around, and just wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, and until you need them, you don't realize how much they do.
They do a lot. It's amazing. It's a great organization. Thank God we have them.
That's right, but you need the right tools, right, to do jobs, and a tool for them is a nice van.
And it's not like they make a lot. They don't make any money, so
No.
everything's out to give away, and so it's hey, it's great to have them in the community and what
It
they
is.
do for us. So
Absolutely. They do a lot of great things, and Nancy and the gang over there. So, all right. So,
I want to hear about this car that you're selling, JJ.
oh yeah. Oh my
this-
God. This is the funniest
This is a great story.
I'll let you tell it.
Saturday, we kicked off our 50th anniversary. 50th anniversary, or 26 years being in business. So JJ's doing a live remote. He says, hey, my wife might be interested in that Mustang. I just said, oh, that's a pretty nice Mustang, which it is. It's a local owned car. It's got good low miles on it. And I said, so he asked a couple questions. I told him what we were asking. I think it was like $14,495. And I said, we were on break. I said, you want to walk out? Oh, no. He goes, that's my wife's toy or whatever. So anyway, I just kind of fluffed it off, didn't think much about it. Next thing I know, his father-in-law comes in. He signs up for the prizes we're giving away, which I need to talk about here in a minute. And he says, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a case of beer if you take that out to JJ's house and drop that off. I said, Chris, get a tag. We're taking that car out to JJ's car. So I take it out there, put the top down, and I park it in his car. And I called him. I said, hey, he doesn't know I'm there. I said, hey, is your wife around? Can I talk to him? He says, nope. I said, seriously, can I talk to your wife a minute? Nope. I said, well, tell her car is parked out in the driveway with the top down with the dealer tag, and I'll catch up with you later. He goes, he said, I'm going to kill you.
That's fantastic.
So anyway,
That is a really pretty car.
It is a gorgeous
It is
car.
a sharp car. It
Like
really
you
is
said,
a nice car.
14,495.
Yeah, 14,495.
Less than 70,000 miles.
It's really a clean car. A local guy had it in your town earlier. He had to get rid of because he bought a new house, didn't have enough. He has too many vehicles and had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So
Didn't have a place to put it.
So I think we're in the running for this thing. I told JD, I just was on the show there, man. I said, win, lose, or draw, I got a good case of beer out of this thing. So
There you go. Hey.
I'm a winner no matter what.
The funniest part was that James was telling me the sidebar of it is that JJ's son just turned 16, right?
Oh, this was a good one there.
So he comes home and he thinks that it's his new car. So you really messed with that kid. I hope you feel a little bad.
I look at it this way. I got two against one.
I know.
I got the wife and I got the son. And they're on there. I think he's going to be an owner.
I think it's going to be a purchase because,
I
mean, how many cars can you get for $14,000 that the son and the wife can share?
And I'm giving him the family discount. So
there you go.
He's buying a lot less than that. So God let him. He deserves that because he's been a good customer. He's bought many cars and he sold a lot of cars over the years. JJ worked for us at one time. So good salesperson and did a lot of F&I business and all that good stuff. So I don't know if he's going to buy it or not. I hope he does. So that way we got a little razz about him. But I told him in the show, I said, I got a Corvette convertible.
Yep.
And I know where I'm going to put that thing today in the driveway. Your driveway.
Love it.
Oh, I'll put it on. I'm going to let Jamie and you fight over who decided to buy this convertible. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you buy it? No. Did you buy
What's that? With tax? Well, let's take a ride. I think we need to buy this, honey.
Yeah,
well,
right.
I'm reading the features here, and it's got an AM FM radio, so JJ can drive around and listen to himself.
Yeah, it's got leather interior. It's tilt. I think cruise AM FM. Does it have a CD? I think it does too. I think.
Yeah, it's got a CD player.
It's a pretty nice car. But hey, before we get running out of time here,
absolutely.
With our friend right now, between now and July 9th, if you bought a car from me in the last 50 years, or if you bought any cars from us in the last 26 years, you can come up. We got a bucket up there. All you have to do is come in, sign your name, and throw it in the pool. And if you come in, if you haven't bought anything, just come out and look around or whatever. We're going to give $100 away to somebody, and we're going to give away T-shirts and oil changes and a lot of stuff July 9th when we have the radio out. So
hey, that's my birthday.
Can I? Really?
Yeah, can I win?
Well, yeah, you got a chance. You bought stuff from us, so
that's true.
The good thing, if you bought one car, sign up one time. You bought 10 cars, you can put your name in there 10 times. So if somebody's going to be a lucky winner, $500 July 9th when we have our live radio show, and $100, and we're going to be giving away a lot of stuff July 9th. So make sure you stop in. Just come in. We got a table set up there with the buckets, which you put your name and information in there. And then, like I say, when we have the live remote, July 9th, Jennifer's birthday, we will give away some nice stuff. Mostly $500, which is pretty nice. I told JJ, I said, just think, you buy this car, I'll give you a double. I'm going to give you a double sign up, even though he's bought several from me. So anybody can win it. Anybody can win. You can't win unless you sign up.
That's right. You get that $100 and that'll buy you like 3 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I just saw on Facebook, ladies over in France, and it said the gas over there for a liter, I think it was a liter, was like over $7.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't that nuts, man? Everything is going crazy. I mean, it's just insane. And we got a lot of good gas savers out there, so
yeah,
that's a good thing. If you're looking for some gas savers, we still got about 60 cars in stock, and we got some more coming in this week. So, hey, bring your trade in. We got some great places to finance. Like OVB. We do a lot of business with OVB and Vinton County and Atomic Credit Union people. So, hey, we got local finance, bad credit, no credit. We got some good places to shop, but you got to have some cash. You can't come with no money and say, I want to buy a car or a job. At least you've been on the job for, 6 months, somewhere in that ballpark area.
Sure.
And we can get your credit rebuilt and reestablished.
Help yourself.
Yep, exactly. And the good thing about the people, we've had some people come in where they had bad credit or no credit and went through this program and came back and traded and got a lot better rates.
Yep.
So it's really a great program.
It is.
And it's not a miracle program. I mean, sometimes it happens and sometimes it does. So it happens,
That's right.
But make sure you come out and see us and let's make it happen. And help celebrate 50 years and 26 years.
50 years, this guy in the business. Come on.
And I still got
him.
hair.
He does still have hair. It's turned a little more silver since I've known you.
Yeah, I'm now the gray fox. little bullish on that one.
I love it.
That gray fox.
Do we have any questions or anything, James, or any comments, or just making sure that?
No comments. I'm just kind of browsing your website here, looking for some of the things that might be a good gas saver.
Ooh.
We got a couple of Chevrolets.
Yeah, here's a 2017 Chevy Sonic.
Ooh, nice car.
Yeah, that's a 34 highway.
Yep.
Oh, here's another. Here's a Chevy Spark. That's 39 highway.
Yep.
Oh, dang. That's awesome.
Here's a Chrysler 200. That's 36 highway.
Yeah. Got some nice cars out there.
I mean, I will call you out on this one though. I'm not sure if that's the gas saver. But, that's a fun week. That'd be a fun truck to have, though.
That is a 2008 Hummer Alpha, which that one has the V8 engine. So I figured if somebody needs pulling power.
Yeah.
And
listen, if you're gonna buy that vehicle, you're buying it because you need it for something, right?
Right, for pulling. Actually, it's not on the internet side. I bought a Chevy half-ton the other day, 2012. I think it was 12 or 13. It's got 79,000 miles, black with tan leather interior. I mean, this truck is like brand new. And it's got a 6-liter V8. But if you're towing a trailer or towing something, I mean, this truck is spotless. Or if you just need a truck and don't really care about gas mileage, this truck it's like off the showroom floor.
Nice.
It's that clean.
Okay.
And I just bought it Friday, so hopefully we'll get that on the internet here sometime soon.
Good.
But we got a lot of nice trucks. We got one Chevy Colorado pickup and a small pickup truck. Got a lot of mid-size SUVs. We got Kia. We got Chevrolet. We got what else? We got Jeeps. I mean, we just got a great selection of vehicles.
Now here's a 2015 Dodge Dart. That's a Pete Wilson mobile. That's 34 miles per gallon highway.
That's a nice car. That's got low miles. I think that's got like 39,000 miles.
Oh, wow.
Less than 40,000 miles.
Yeah, white, automatic, and graphite cloth interior. It's just turn the key and go.
Yeah, nice. 2016 Ford Fusion. Yep. It gets really great mileage.
Got a couple of those Fusions.
Yeah, here's the 2013 Fusion.
Low
miles. Yeah, you got some nice, lots of options.
Can you hear it? I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's like really growling.
I thought that was the furnace.
No.
Yeah, that was a furnace.
Yeah, that was it. The furnace.
Here's a 2015 Civic. It's almost 40 miles per gallon on the highway.
That's a real pretty blue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
sharp
really
car.
pretty car.
That's a local trade, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a local trade. We sold that car a while back, and they traded it on something else. We got, like I said, we got a great selection of gas savers, cars, trucks, SUVs, 3 vans. We got 3 Dodge Caravans in stock, a 17, I think a 14 and a 13.
Vacation season.
Vacation season. And those things get great. Those things really do great gas mileage.
And they ride great.
They
you know?
ride-
Like, they're so convenient.
When I take those down to Hilton Head, I drive always a Dodge Caravan. You got plenty of room, great gas mileage. I usually fill it up before I leave. I stop down there in Winfield, refill it. Now that tank of gas will get me all the way to Hilton Head, which is right 600 miles.
Yep.
So they're very comfortable to drive, and they just poke right down the lot.
Yep.
And we got some of those too. We got that Jeep is sold, but I do have a really sharp 2-door.
I saw
Jeep.
that on the lot yesterday.
Green, real pretty green. It's
Yeah.
sharp, but. Come down, and we want your trade. Bring your trades too. We're looking for your trades. If you got something, I don't care if it's a beater or whatever it is.
Just don't bring your husband. He don't want you.
Hey, there's another thing in my 50 years. I had a lady came back. It's kind of funny. About this is, lady came in. She came in looking for a Buick. So I showed her a Buick. She bought a Buick Regal from me. And after we were selling the car, she says, I've been shopping around, and you're the only salesperson didn't ask me if I'm going to bring my husband. She said, that's the reason why I bought a car from you, because you didn't ask me about if I was married or if I was bringing your husband or blah, blah, blah. I came to buy the car. He had nothing to, and I sold her several cars over the years, and she was really a nice lady, lived over in Waverly. So that's a funny story of, so you just never know. You never insult a lady by asking her if she's going to bring her husband.
I had a teacher once, and she told this story in class, and that a local dealership, she went to buy a vehicle, and they put her husband on the paperwork, his name listed first.
Oh, really?
And it ticked her off. And they went to sign, and she made him redo all of it.
Oh, that's not good.
She's never. Like, no.
That's no. That's me buying a car.
Yes.
Yeah,
so it was just funny. They listed him second, and it was fine. What's the weirdest thing you've ever traded for?
Boy, that's a tough one.
Any live animals?
I think there was. When I was working for my dad, I think he did trade for some goats one time. The other one was a TV, but this one was kind of funny. When I was working for my dad, he said, "Hey," he said, "Mark, go out with this gentleman here. He's going to take you out to his house, and pick up a TV." I went, "What? Pick up a TV?" So I go out there, and I hear we pull up. He goes, "I'll be right out." So he goes in the house, and I hear the TV on in the living room, and he's unhooking. His wife's out there yelling. She's yelling at him. He says, "What are you doing with my TV? Bring my TV back." He brought the TV, and we put it in the car, and that poor woman was giving him heck all the way out.
Oh, no.
That was hilarious. I'm telling you, that was absolutely hilarious.
I bet he did not fare well.
I don't know who that was, but I can't remember.
Slept in that car.
I bet. Yeah, I hope he liked that car a lot, because I'm sure
he probably was moving in that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that is hilarious.
But there's all kinds of good stories. One time I remember a guy came in and he was looking at a T-Bird one time, a Ford T-Bird. It was snowing to beat heck. And back then, those Ford T-Birds, the paint was a really bad paint. He was taking a brush. When he was brushing the paint, or when he was brushing the snow off, he was brushing the paint off. And I went, I said, I didn't say nothing. And he said, well, okay. And then he got his stethoscope up, crawled underneath the car, and listened to the engine. And there's like, 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground. I'm thinking, well, that's a new one. So you see a little bit of everything. The paint, knocking the paint off was really funny. But when he got underneath there and they listened to the engine, I thought, wow, that's different. But
in the snow, laying
different
on the
strokes
snow.
for different folks. And I had another guy one time come in. When I was working at Call Auto Sales, a guy come in. He brought his truck in, stopped. He says, "Hey, I'd like to look at that car." I said, "Yeah." He said, "We'll take a test drive." I said, "Fine." He was gone for a couple hours, came back. He said, I'm gonna buy that. I said, that's great. He says, let me go out to my car, and I got he had a sack of money in the car.
Yeah.
Windows down, keys in his truck. Went out and got a sack of money and paid for the car.
Oh.
So it's
different times
back in. It's just amazing how funny stories are just kind of you remember.
Yes.
But a lot of good stories and all fun.
Yes.
All fun.
Lots of memories over the years.
Oh yeah, great memories.
Well, you have brought in a flyer. I know we're at time, but
we're kind of over time. I'll just hit this. Hey, I'll come back and talk about this.
Yeah,
more later.
Absolutely.
The Jackson area Kiwanis is having their 9th annual golf tournament.
Love that.
And that is July 10th, which is on a Sunday. It's $260 per team for 4 players, $65 per man. Hey, it's a great tournament. We raise a lot of good money for the kids for Jackson, Oak Hill, Wellston. And it's a lot of fun. We got food, prizes, a lot of good things going on. And I'll leave this so that you can plug it.
Love that.
I'll come back when we got more time to talk more about the Kiwanis and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Appreciate
y'all do great things.
Wait, that's a great organization. They do a lot of good things. And if you notice all the pretty flowers.
Yeah. You drive up and down Main Street.
They're doing it. I have nothing. They did a great job putting them all in. I thought they said 5 o'clock to start when they were doing it. So I showed up at 5:30 and they had already done all of them.
Sure. That's what, right. Uh-huh. Yeah. I've heard that excuse before.
Kurt Wiggins is going, 5 o'clock, not 5:30. I saw him at Arts and Andy's. He said 5 o'clock. And I thought, you know how the old saying is, you hear what you want to hear.
That's right.
But they did a great job. Those flowers, they water them every day.
Yes, they do.
That's amazing.
And they're gorgeous.
They do a great job. But by September, they'll be so bloomed out. It'll be unbelievable.
Just absolutely amazing.
You hate to see fall come.
I know. You're right. All right. Well, come back. We'll talk about that. Okay. Carman, thank you so much for spending your morning with us. And I do want to literally, as I said, from the bottom of our hearts, congratulate you on 50 years in the business.
Unbelievable.
And that's saying something.
That's crazy.
And we're so proud of you.
Hey, all I can say is I'll be over later with that convertible. I've already talked to Jamie. I just texted him.
Yeah, right. No, you didn't, because I know what he would say. You know how cheap he is.
Yeah, he'd say, don't bring it.
Have you bumped your head?
Yeah. Well, thanks for everything. Appreciate you having it on the show, and hopefully we'll come back here real soon.
Yep. That's right. All right. Have a great day, everyone. We appreciate you so much for tuning in. Thanks to the kids from Vinton County and Coach for coming in, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.